The 1965 Fender Twin Reverb amplifier slash speaker cabinet combo is the classic vintage clean sound that you can be heard on the biggest name records out there, old and new. So when I found out that the Fender Twin Reverb would be the first guitar amp model using new Nebula 4 acoustical audio technology, I was excited and immediately installed the plugin. And let's take a listen to it now. But the real test is how does it sound compared to a real Fender Twin Reverb. Now, one is a reissue, that's the plug-in, and the other is a vintage, real 1965 Fender Twin Reverb. But I try to get them to sound relatively close. Let's listen to the results, shall we? First, the real amp. So my first impressions, not this one, but when I first heard this, I was like, wow, this sounds really good. And then when I compared it to the real Fender Twin, that's when I was like, I think I like the plug-in better. And that may have been the first time I've ever said that. So, yeah, if you're in the market for a clean amp, absolutely get this. And I don't want to end the review that quick, but really I could, and that would be it. So let me just play 2 more things for this because I like to have fun with these reviews. So here's a bass guitar. By the way, I found a way to do 96 kilohertz projects, but also screen capture at the same time and not have glitches. So I'll tell you guys about that in the comments section. But anyway, here is a bass guitar. While it's no Ampeg, it could still be useful. And some people out there may like the Fender Twin Reverb through a bass guitar. I don't know. But I got a little surprise, and that is vocals. Because the plate reverb in this thing is an emulation of a Bacrosti M7 rich plate. And I figured, hey, let's check it out.
This is the part of me that
And after.
This is the part of me that you never.
It is a little loud, so I believe when the tone stack is off, all these are set to 5. So if I set these to 1, let's see what it sounds like.
This is the part of
Sounds awful.
This is the part of me that you This is the part of me that you
I read on the Gear Sluts message board that treble and bass set to 1 and mid at 10 is the flat point.
This is the part of me that you're never gonna ever take away from me. No, this is the part of me that you're never gonna ever take away from me. No, throw your sticks and stones, throw your bombs, your blows, but you're not gonna break my soul.
Sounds interesting. I don't know if I would really use it, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited for any upcoming reverbs that may be coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I realized I was kind of rude and I didn't even say the name of this thing. It is the DB or DiBiQuadro Virgo. And as I said earlier, it is using Acoustica Audio's Nebula technology, but it's a third-party plugin, and it requires you to download the N4 player, which is free, the basic version. And then once you do that, you can install this one, all using the Acoustica Audio Aquarius app. So what are my impressions of it? Well, first of all, I love the GUI. It doesn't have any, stuff that you don't need. All the controls are right there, and it's not too cluttered because the buttons are pretty big. Although it's not perfect, I wish that there was another way to set the plate other than clicking the rich button, but it's a minor thing. High definition's cool. It does save CPU if you turn it off, but obviously you lose quality, but I'm glad there's an option. Yes, you can record with this on. However you do it to modify a file. So it's not exactly easy to use, although I heard that if you have something called Nebula setups, then you can do it through that method. And as far as the way this thing sounds, oh my goodness. Even if this thing didn't function properly, even if you had to struggle to get this thing to work, I would still recommend it for the sound alone. This is just a gorgeous sounding guitar amp combo plug-in, and if you're a fan of the twin reverb like I am, then you want this. You want this plug-in. I want this plug-in. And I didn't even play everything you could do, but man, does it sound good. And there's one problem though. You can't overdrive it. So you do need to add other plugins before it, but that wasn't its goal to begin with. I'm glad. Oh, I didn't even play Tremolo. Let me play some Tremolo for you guys. I completely forgot that one. And by the way, yes, this does eat up a good amount of RAM and a good amount of CPU, so don't be shocked when that happens. So, all right, Tremolo on. So I think it sounds okay. Realistically, though, if you have a Leslie speaker cabinet plugin, such as the one from IK Multimedia, I would probably use that one instead. But it does sound cool. Don't get me wrong. It does sound cool. And I'm glad that they included it. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So, but the guitar people out there, you can make up your own mind, because I really don't screw with tremolo too much. Usually the guitar player sets it and I just record it. Anyway, absolutely try this plugin out. You can try it out for free, and I would suggest reading the manual first so that you understand what's going on with all the different controls. I didn't mess with the limiter. I'm glad that it's in there, just in case when you're playing live it clips, because, oh, you want to hear this thing clipping? No, you don't. It sounds nasty. So, can you overdrive it? Absolutely not. Does it sound awesome for clean tones? Abso-freaking-lutely. So, this gets 2 big thumbs up from Real Home Recording, 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10 whatevers. Obviously, like I said, it does eat up a lot of processing power, so this is one that you will want to render or bounce your tracks and then turn this plugin off. But besides that, I mean, I really can't take points away for that, because it's not this plugin's fault that processing power is behind, or that you may have an i3. Oh, I don't recommend using an i3. Please use at least an i5. Ideally an i7, and something that's over 3.4 gigahertz, so that you're not screaming at the computer. And please use Reaper as well, because Reaper is awesome. But anyway, besides that, guys, I got nothing else to say. This plugin rocks, and I can't wait until the Ampeg and a high gain plugin comes out, if it's possible to do high gain. I don't care if all it is like 3 presets, you know, if that's what it takes. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I want to read your comments after trying this plugin out on your own direct box tracks.